Redskins-Giants. We have got Redskins by 1. Hold on. There we are. Redskins favored by 1 on the site.
Weird. Is that a weird? That seems really weird to me. That spread.
It's weird to me too, and I see it as 2 in one place. Over under 42. I don't know if the trade of Damon Harrison is factored in here, but
that wouldn't.
It should be. Yeah, I mean the Redskins are 4-2. I know no one believes in them, but they're 4-2, and the Giants are not good. And the Redskins are only favored by a point. By the way, watching on Facebook Live, my buddy Boos, who is an angry Giant fan, has the Redskins as his lock of the week, which is not a shock at all. I was expecting that. So,
yeah, I mean, I would think that it would if I was just going into it, I'd say, oh, the Redskins are probably like -4, -5, something like that. This -1 doesn't make any sense to me. Mostly because how bad the Giants have been. And, they've been on some national TV games where they just play bad, and it's awful. And you kind of feel bad for Eli, but, man, it seems like he's done.
Yes.
And it seems like the Giants are giving up. I mean, trading Damon Harrison, getting rid of Eli Apple, getting rid of Eric Flowers. Not that was probably made to improve the team, but, it just feels like the Giants are done. And they're showing the world they're done. So I just don't see how it's how they're only 1-point underdogs.
I don't either. They played a couple of close games, but the game against the Falcons really wasn't that close. They couldn't move the ball until there were 5 minutes left. And the Redskins' defense is pretty good. So, I mean, the Giants' offense is basically hope that Barkley or Beckham, gets the ball and breaks a 60-yard play. So
yeah, and they can obviously do that, but that's not obviously it's not a winning strategy for them.
No. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't understand this spread either. I think the Redskins should be favored by more.
Last week we talked about Alex Smith, and I know your note. I'm going to take your note here where you said the Redskins have been under in 8 of the last 10.
Right.
Last week we talked about how the week before in week 6, it was like the perfect Alex Smith game where he threw for less than 200 yards, threw for a couple touchdowns and that kind of thing. And it was another one last week versus the Cowboys, 14-25 for 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, and Redskins kick a couple field goals, and they score a defensive TD, and there you go. But that's Alex Smith, and he's really good at it's seen as kind of derision, but he's a game manager. But he's a really good game manager, and that's a big reason why they're playing well. They're not going to be explosive, and they're going to be in some of these close games, and their offense isn't going to be great, but they're not going to make very many mistakes. And Alex Smith, I still think, is a pretty good quarterback, just for what he is, and he's done well for the Redskins, and the Redskins must like having him.
It's funny. I was talking to my dad about this the other day, about the Redskins being 4-2, and while I'm more like we are, I'm more statistically inclined and everything, and we disagree on some things. But he gave me the well, look at Alex Smith again. All he's doing is winning games. And I'm looking, and all along, I'm like, yeah, but it's a factor of the team and the defense and all that stuff. But he's in another spot. And he's winning more games. The guy, you're right. He doesn't make mistakes, and if the defense is going to play well, they're not going to blow anybody out with him, getting them to rack up 40 points. But you're right. He's not going to make mistakes. And right now he's in a weird spot because they run a lot. Some of their receivers are hurt. They might get Chris Thompson back this week. They're hoping to. But, yeah, the receivers are, Crowder's out. Richardson, I think, is still out. And, they're just it's kind of working for them. It's not a high-scoring, entertaining brand of football. But if the defense plays well, he doesn't screw it up. You're right.
And Adrian Peterson's been fine. I mean, but he's not great. He's not a game breaker anymore. And he's doing okay. But I don't know. Alex Smith won in Kansas City. Alex Smith won in San Francisco, and then he loses his job and goes somewhere else and just wins. And I think we're to a point now where you look at Alex Smith and say, hey, he's not like like I said, he's not going to put up 350 yards and throw for 4 touchdowns, but there's something. He's valuable, man, and we've seen that this year. We've seen it throughout his career, but we've certainly seen it this year.
Yep. All right. But I agree with you. You got to take the Redskins here.
I just don't get the
Giants waving the white flag a bit.
So weird.
Yeah. Right now we've got 85% Redskins. Folks, I would suggest to you with the Damon Harrison news and the following up on the Eli Apple news, so the Giants are down 2 starters on defense after trades, I would suspect that this spread is going to go up in favor of Washington. If you want to bet the Redskins, do it now. because that spread's not going to change the other way. It's going to change with it going up to 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that, most likely. So jump on it if you want the Redskins. Okay.